everyone, this is Tim Kentro, and you're watching Old School Gamer Live. Boom shakalaka!
What's going on, guys? I hope everybody is doing amazing out there tonight. I didn't start out with my graphic here. I didn't get it thrown up. Here we go. Hope everybody's doing phenomenal. I've had a heck of a week. We're finally ending it here. I got my good pal Daniel Reynolds with iScored. I'm excited to talk about this. He's added a ton of features to this thing. The coolest leaderboard system online that I know of. I mean, it's so easy to use. It's so feature intensive, and it's so beautiful now. You blast this thing on a TV in your house, in your bar, in your establishment, and instantly adds retro arcade flair to any space. You have ability to see your scores, your pal scores. It's the coolest thing that you need in every arcade, quite frankly. What's going on, guys? We got Sacro hanging out with us. We got Mitchell. We got Andy. Good to see you guys. Sure good to see you. We got some cool stuff going on tonight. We got our latest news. We have our magazine update. We got our friend, which of course is Dan with iScored. And like I said, he also has some involvement with the new pinball table, where he, of course, did the scoring of it, the scoring system of it. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. So cool. We'll have our pinball corner. We have our weekly tournament roundup. On top of that, we have our Antstream challenge battle, our Thursday daily challenge, and we're going to end the show tonight with our Retro World Series brutal battle of the night. These guys threw down with a really cool Miss Pac-Man head-to-head challenge. You got to see to believe. So let's dive straight into it. Let me turn this volume down just a little bit here. I know that's pretty loud. So good to see everybody. Hope you guys are doing great out there. The AdGames debacle, they are still working on everything with the website. It's getting a lot closer. I wish I could stream. I tried earlier to stream. It won't stream. We do have access to the leaderboards now. So we can see the leaderboards. So we have access to what happened last week. So we'll see that here in a little bit. But before that, let's get to the latest news, guys. And before we do that, though, make sure to subscribe, like, and share so we can grow everything over here at Old School Gamer Magazine. And also, if you need a free subscription, you can hit that QR code and you get that going. But, of course, you need the print subscription. It's the only way to live. Over here in the latest news, Atari just dropped a really sweet new game, guys. A Lunar Lander Beyond. I love that logo. Check that logo out. I love how everybody's using the letters now to move over the next letter. I'm seeing that a lot in like sports logos and stuff. But let's check out the video for it here. Here we go.
Captain, I would like to brief you personally. Our next mission is a bit unusual.
We have received executive-level distress calls.
Its discovery was never made public, but scientists have been studying it since then.
I am detecting a massive electromagnetic surge, but its source is unclear.
The base might collapse any moment now!
The city is in chaos, with thousands of pending evacuation requests.
Get out of there, fast! Our next mission might not be strictly legal. There's a pilot down there. They're signaling us.
We need to leave, now!
We're ready to launch when you give the order.
So there you go, kind of like a Gravatar style addition to the Lunar Lander gameplay, I would say. Not just Lunar Lander, it has a little more to it. So it's kind of cool. I'm excited to see a little more of that. I would like to play that. Let's talk about this new, it's not really new, but it's new to me. You guys might even be in the know of this thing. This retro achievements. I have just found this. This is so cool. If you download certain emulators, they will have the back end to log into their challenges and tournaments on this site, and you can access their tournaments and whatnot on this site. So basically, you can make your machine and interact with their online system. So it's so cool. It's so cool. It took me a little bit to figure it out because I was like, what in the heck are you doing here? How do you access this? Download emulator, and there's all these different emulators and stuff. But if you go down here, you can just get RetroArch, and that has everything on it. And then it will. I'll show you a video here. Here's an example of a challenge with Castlevania. Check it out. So anyway, as you can see at the top left there, those achievements are popping up as he was playing it on his computer through the emulator. So it somehow syncs up through their system. So pretty cool. I thought that would be something cool to point out. I never seen it before. Over in the magazine update, guys, we have a new game popping out, a Briss. We have a really cool article written about it here. You need to look a little bit about it. It is in our latest issue. You can read more about it. Just released, actually just came out. And here's the video for it right here. This is a really sweet looking game, actually. So there you go. Really interesting game. I would love to play it myself to figure out exactly what the heck is going on there, but it looks like a really fun physics-driven style destruction. You build it up and then destroy it or something. I'm not really sure, but it looks like it's an absolute blast. What's going on, Herb? Good to see you, man. How the heck you doing, dude? Hope you are doing good. All right, let's bring on Dan, our good pal, with iScored, the ultimate in online leaderboard management. Sure good to have him hanging out with us. Dan, how are you, man?
What's up? I'm doing great. Hey, great show. This is really fun. This is good content you got there. Man, you know, this is going to date me, but I remember playing the original Lunar Lander, or maybe it was a clone or something, on MS-DOS, like way back in the day, early 80s. And like, to see it brought into the modern era with like modern depth and gameplay and storyline, that looks fun. I don't know. Looks pretty cool.
I know, man. I love Lunar Lander. I still play it to this day. I play it. I have it on one of my arcade one-up cabinets, and that's probably one of the only games I play on that cabinet. I love that game. It's so simple, but it's so difficult at the same time.
It is.
It's a lot of luck. It's a lot of luck. The original one is, you know, It's skill, but it's getting those bonuses, you know, getting those bonuses to spawn, you know, those 5Xs. If you get those, you're very lucky. But man, how in the heck you been? It's been what, about a year or so, I think, huh?
Yeah. I think over the summer. Was it this summer? It was this summer, right? I forget. I don't know. I was in Canada last time, right?
Yeah, you were on vacation.
Yeah, and internet wasn't so good. This should work out better though.
Let's talk about, first of all, let's talk about these pins you got back there. Look at this setup he's got.
Yeah, it's a good collection. I have 16 games here. You can see Weird Al and Elvira and Deadpool and Labyrinth, which I just got, number 45 right off the assembly line.
Nice.
I'm really proud of it. It's such a good game. All these are great games. But yeah, I've got 16 games down here. I host tournaments. I play a lot of pinball, and I know you guys are like more just, you know, retro gaming in general. I hope you tolerate some pinball talk for a while tonight.
Oh, no, love pinball. Absolutely love pinball, yes. Actually, I'm getting more and more into it the older I get. I don't know what it was. I don't know why when I was younger, I was more into the electronic stuff. I'm not really sure why. But now as I'm getting older, I'm getting this more of an appreciation.
Well, when I was younger, I wasn't really into pinball because every time I would go to the arcade, the pinball machines were always like broken down. A flipper wouldn't work or something because they're so mechanical. They require so much maintenance. If the operator doesn't care, then they really are kind of trash, and it's no fun to play them. But if you really get a good operator that knows what they're doing and keeps the games in good shape, pinball can compete with, you know, those old school arcades for sure in terms of fun and depth. But you know, it was bad because back in the day, you know, all you had to fix on an arcade cabinet was like, you know, the buttons and the joystick, whereas like pinball machines had like hundreds of switches and bulbs and lots of like mechanical things going up and down and opening and closing. There was always something breaking down. So it was just a bad deal for the operators, unfortunately.
Yeah, pinballs, there's so many things to go wrong on those things, man. And just a metal thing could get out of whack and it's going to not roll correctly. And there's so many things. Yeah, and I've got 16 of them in my basement now. Keeping them all running is like always, you know, there's always something I got to, you know, take the glass off and fix. But I love working on them too, as much as I love playing them. It's very satisfying when you get a game put back together and it actually works and you're like, Yeah, that is part of it. You have to love working on them. That's if you're going to own those things. That's all there is to it. If you don't want to work on them, own a virtual pin, and still you're going to be working on them. You're still. I've had to work on my virtual pin. I mean, that's all there is to it. You're going to have to. Any of these things, you're going to have to replace buttons, joysticks, monitors, speakers, whatever. You're going to be doing work on it. That's all there is to it. It's just a device that you're using. It's how it works. Let's talk a little bit about iScored. And I guess you kind of started around pinball, didn't you? I mean, the whole logo is a pinball logo, right? I mean,
you know, I designed iScored because I wanted a cool looking scoreboard in my basement. You know, I made it mainly for myself, and I started working on it. and it worked well. And I was like, man, maybe other people on in the pinball community would want to use it too. I hadn't even thought of like making it more broadly applicable to other things. This was like 6 years ago, more than 6 years ago now. And I just sort of made it as modular as I could. And now people are doing so much with it, doing such amazing stuff with it. Like I mentioned last time, you know, there have been elementary schools that have used it for like their track and field day competitions. There's obviously it's taken off in the arcade communities and other gaming communities and stuff. A lot of people use it, and I'm trying to make it as extensible and flexible as possible so that like it can really be used by anybody, because nothing makes me happier than that. Just seeing it in use, really. And I rely so much on anybody who is a user of it to get in contact with me and tell me what they'd like to see it be capable of doing. And I try to implement as many of those suggestions as I can, because that's really the only way I know how to improve it, is to hear how people are using it.
I'll tell you, so the products that sell the most for me are the products that I make for myself. If I make something with the idea this is going to sell, usually it doesn't sell. If I make it a thing for me, like when I made the restrictors, when I came up with these things, these snap-on restrictors on the outside of the cabinet, this was for me because I wanted a restrictor for the outside because I couldn't play the game correctly. There was a certain game or whatever, I couldn't play it correctly. And then so I just started showing people that I had these things that I made. They're like, man, I want those. I want those.
It wasn't, I'm going to sell 1 million of these. It was, I want this,
Uh-huh.
And I think that's the superior impulse usually.
That's kind of the secret to a good product. That's kind of the secret to it. And it's like kind of the secret to like small business basically is the mom and pop shop, right? That's kind of like what you're doing. Is you made the mom and pop leaderboard system that everybody can use. That's the idea. It's easy to use. It's easy to see. Visually, you can read it. You know what's going on. You can slap it on a TV in your arcade, in your bar room, and it instantly adds visual appeal to the room. I mean, it instantly looks awesome in there. I mean, I love having this on my TV. I have a TV right up here. I blast that on the TV all the time. It just looks happy. This looks awesome up there. Like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, a lot of bars do it. A lot of home arcades do it, and it really does drive engagement too. I think for locations, when they have this scrolling by on a big screen, people are like, "Oh, people really play these things. Oh, I could beat that score." They try to get themselves up there.
Definitely. This really does have a commercial aspect to it. You could do a whole campaign with this thing, bar against bar, barbershop against barbershop, blah 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 blah. Do a whole thing. You could if you wanted to. It would take some work, but I think it could really be something, man. This thing could really blow up into a big thing. Just because how easy you've made the system.
I'm proud of that aspect of it. How I've tried to make it as really, really simple as possible to set up and add games and customize it. Like at the same time, I've given people like so much flexibility with the customization. You can literally write your own CSS code and design how it looks basically.
I used this at a trade show, Midwest gaming conference, one of these trading shows. I did a tournament at. I used this with a tablet, and I was able to just with the tablet we paid for the internet, slap the scores in there. It threw the scores onto the thing so everybody else in the world could see what the scores were live. We had the screen next to the machines so you could see the scores. I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome, man. It was cool. Perfect. I could input the scores with the tablet. You could see the scores on the screen. I mean, it was the coolest thing. It worked perfect. I didn't have to write this crazy program. It was right there ready to go.
I wrote the crazy program already.
You already did it. You did the hard work. Now, let's talk about some of these new features you've added. I mean, this thing was already feature packed a year ago, last time we talked.
Yeah, but the last year or so of development, actually, I think I've added more stuff to iScored than I have in the last like 5 years combined. It's been crazy how it's really kind of taken off over the last year, 2 years. About a year and a half ago, I do want to like actually apologize to anybody who was a user like a year and a half, 2 years ago, because I was having tremendous server instability issues, and luckily I changed servers and it's much more stable now. But in terms of stuff I've added, I added a lot of good stuff. One cool thing is the Discord bot that I added. People can add the iScored Discord bot to their server or their guild, as Discord kind of calls them, and then it can actually report in channels like when high scores get beaten. You can actually query it, like the Discord bot directly, say like add iScored, and say a username, and it'll like spit out what games that player that user has, and it'll spit out scores for a specific user, or it actually tracks different pinball leagues as well. I play in the FSPA, the Free State Pinball Association, and it tracks all those leagues, so you can actually ask it about those leagues as well. But I think the main thing people use it for is they have it subscribed to a certain thread or channel in their server, and then when somebody beats a score on their leaderboard, it'll post about it. It'll be like, oh, Pezpunk just scored 100 billion on Die Hard or whatever, and let everybody know. And they're like, oh, I can beat that, and then they go off and play.
So what happens, just so I'm clear on this, that bot reads one of the other leaderboards. It will go to, for example, it will go to the Arcade High Score Challenge Club leaderboard, and it will read the Addams Family scores. And when somebody gets a higher score, it will tell it onto a Discord.
Yeah.
Guild.
Instantly. When the score is submitted, actually, the server kicks it out through the iScored bot and just blasts it out like, oh, blah, blah, just scored blah, blah, blah on blah, blah, blah.
So then you just have to have access to that forum, to that guild, and then you have that news feed that just got beat. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So then,
and there's
what can you do with that?
The iScored bot also has a bunch of sort of like Easter eggs like built in. For example, one that people have discovered is like if you make any kind of like barnyard animal noise, like moo or quack, even as like part of another message, it'll respond and just be like quack or moo, like whatever you said. It'll just say that back to you.
Wow. That is very, very cool, man. That's so cool. What else besides Discord bot have you added?
So I'm working on a whole bunch of like little stuff. The ability to archive games and QR code stuff, and lots and lots of just quality of life additions and improvements. But
we were talking about that archiving. That's a big deal for me. With making new tournaments and stuff from a game, because we were doing that a lot. We were having to deal with that because we would have a game and we would do a tournament for a week. Say we have a game for a week, we do a tournament. Well, then we want to wipe those scores because we want to do it again. So that's exactly what that archiving would work out properly for, because then you can just save those scores to an archive. Say week 1 of January. You would just save it as that, and then you would have a new version of that game again, right? It would just be a cleared version of that game.
Just hit archive, and you've got a backup of it, and then you can just delete all the scores in the current one and just start over for the new month. In fact, that's how the Die Hard trilogy leaderboard works. In fact, it uses that archive feature because, I don't know, do you want to transition into talking about Die Hard now?
Sure.
That'd be fun.
Sure.
So one of the things I'm really excited about is that iScored got to pair up with Astronasty of the Virtual Pinball guys, and they came out with a virtual pin called Die Hard Trilogy, and it is the technologically most advanced virtual pin out there in terms of like physics and ball physics and use of assets and stuff. And it's got some really innovative rules. It's a lot of fun. It's a really great new virtual pin. And iScored was lucky enough we could partner with them and support a sort of in-game monthly leaderboard. It resets each month, and it tracks the top 10 scores and shows where you are on that list if you can make it onto that list. I think last time I checked, I think I was number 3 on there. I was 2 in December, and I think I'm number 3 right now. I'm Pezpunk on there, by the way.
Cool.
But
I know our boy Sacro plays on there, so I wonder where he's at on that. Wonder where he's listed on there. We do have some gameplay of that. If you guys want to see that here, I'll fire that off. Here we go. We got about 5 minutes worth of gameplay, so strap in. Here we go.
No, not since this morning.
Well, I think we get the hang of it there, but
Sure.
man, that is a beautiful, beautiful table. I'm
It
blown
is,
away. The lighting is phenomenal on that thing.
Yeah.
That looks real.
It does. It does. They really knocked it out of the park. It's a great game.
I can't believe it. Yeah, I got to get in on this VPX stuff. Sacro's been doing it for a couple of years now. He's got a real fancy table at his house, and I guess I got to get in on that stuff too. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm just playing it on my PC, and I'm having a blast. It's a lot
Are
of
you
fun.
really?
Yeah.
I guess I can need to do that myself. I could fire that off. I got an extra PC.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain to set up. You know, there's a little bit of technical know-how needed, but like once you get going, it's like, oh, this is great.
Very cool, man. Yeah, I'm blown away by that table. So talk a little bit about your integration with the score on that.
Yeah, so it's got a monthly leaderboard, resets every month, and it shows at the end of each game. And if you beat your high score, then there you are, right in there. And it's kind of for fun because these virtual pinball machines, if you wanted to like, because it's on your PC and there's no sense of real security, if you wanted to hack it, you probably could. And so like there's no stakes, there's no prizes at stake here, but like it's for fun, and a little bit of the honor system, but it works, and it uses iScored for publishing the results. And yeah, I'm just happy to do it. And listen, if you or anybody else or anybody watching has any ideas for iScored integration into your program, or it doesn't have to be a game, it could be like some sort of achievement system or something else, let me know. We can work something out. I'm working on an API, which is just a programming interface so that like any other program out there could talk to iScored and interact and grab, retrieve data and post data to it, like the Discord bot or like this virtual pin, and that's where I'm looking to go in the future, is just integrate with as many different systems as would like to do so.
Nice. Yeah, we did talk about your API last time we did speak. How have you done any more developing with that? Have you?
Yeah, I have. It's out there and it's working. It's not publicly posted. Right now I'm limiting it to people who kind of get in contact with me and say, hey, I've got an idea. And I'm like, okay, well, here's the API and here's how it works. Eventually I will publish it, but iScored was kind of a proof of concept.
Nice.
It was kind of the first pilot program out there to use it. And now that it's out there and it's working great, I guess, I should probably get on that, like publicly releasing it part of it. But it's, get in contact with me if you want to integrate with iScored. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love what you're doing, man. It's one of the coolest concepts around, and it helps everybody because everybody loves to have their scores listed. They want their friends' scores, and even if it's just a casual thing, you love to have that in the back of your mind. You love to just know, oh yeah, I did 30 on Pac-Man once, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so
everyone wants to see their name up there in lights on that big screen on, if you've got like a big TV or something. Like it really helps drive people to want to compete and play more, I think, at least in my experience.
It sure does. Before I let you go, let's talk a little bit about the QR code real quick. You did update that a little bit. You added the logo, right? And the name.
Yeah, so the old QR code library I was using, it seemed to be sometimes producing results that weren't readable, and like the QR codes didn't look that good. And so I found a new library, and I added the ability to add the logo into the middle of the QR code, and I put the name of the game at the bottom of the QR code. This was all just, quality of life stuff. Probably not super fascinating, but it's just how I'm iterating on the software all the time, trying to make it better and more exciting and more accessible for people.
Definitely. Well, you're definitely hitting it out of the park, man. I love what you're doing. That we're talking about iScored.info, guys. If you don't have an account yet, you need to go get yourself one. What is it? $12.99 forever?
It's $19.99. It's $12.99 for certain vendors who have privileged access, but it's usually $20, $19.99. My wife thinks I should go to like a monthly subscription model, but I'm not going to do that. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I wondered that as well. If you should change that business model,
not happening. No, it's going to stay $19.99 forever.
That $19.99 lifetime, boy, that's awesome.
I think it's a good deal.
Unbelievably awesome, guys. It's worth every freaking cent 100 times over. So cool. I love the system. I've used it for years myself, and I've sold it I don't even know how many times to different arcades and to different people. We use it up in 1984 all the freaking time. I'm on multiple games up there up in Branson, so I'm all over the place up there. And so is a couple of the guys that are watching. They're up there too. So yeah,
Gamer Fridge, Billy Mitchell can put in whatever score he wants. Not that we're gonna believe it, but
yeah, we don't know. Hey Rascal, how are you, man? Thanks, man. Yeah, I love having Dan on. He always has really, really cool stuff. We love what he does.
I'm happy to be here. Your show's great. It's a lot of fun.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Well, I guess I'll let you go, and I will do my gameplay segments. It's good to see you again, man.
Thanks for having me.
love to have you on again. Maybe we can team up and do some sort of tournaments or something. I'd love to do something like that.
Anytime, yeah. Pitch it to me. Give me an idea, and I'll make it happen, man.
I will do that. We'll talk soon.
All right, see you.
Later, man. All right, guys. My good pal Dan. I love having him on the show, like you guys know. We've used iScored for at games, for iArcade, for Arcade High Score Club, for all kinds of different stuff, and for many, many different arcades in person, including my personal barcade here. I guess I shouldn't say barcade. I might get sued from that one. If you guys know anything about that, barcade is a copyrighted, trademarked term, funny enough. Maybe to make a little more money, you can get some enhancements or something. Yeah, I was kind of putting that through my mind. How could he upsell that a little bit? You know, he's a kind guy, and I understand why he wants to do the lifetime $19.99. But how could he do something for some sort of a premium monthly subscription, something premium? I don't know what it could be. I don't know. Maybe we could help him out, figure something out like that. But what he's doing is totally awesome right now. It's totally awesome. Absolutely phenomenal. All right, let's move on, guys, and get some of these challenges going on. I know I got a ton of stuff going on. Oh, hold on now. We got to do our pinball corner. We got a ton of stuff in pinball corner, actually, this week. Because last week we had our Star God challenge, and we had a bunch of people playing this boy. This was a fun table. I'm not kidding. This was a really, really fun table. Sacro even got whipped out of this one. Let's see, he's sitting at 44 million. I really, really put some time on this one, and I almost got there. I'm sitting at 42. I really, really put some time on that one. He got me on that one, though. On our locomotion challenge, I played it just a couple of times. I didn't have a lot of time. I put most of my time on Star God because that was a really, really fun table. Sacro is sitting up there at 1 million. I'm telling you, we got some really good gamers in the At Games community. These people are just going absolutely nuts, playing like absolute fiends. Over on the Pinball Noir challenge we had once again some really hardcore players, as you can see here. Sacro's sitting at 4 million. I was at 3, and top players almost 10 million. And that was a really tough challenge. We have some new ones this week, guys. And I was really hoping I was going to be able to stream it because we had our leaderboards back. So it was so close to being able. I was thinking we were going to be able to stream the machine, but nope. We could get the leaderboards though. So I was at least able to pull our scores there. This week, our challenge is Black Belt 2018 on the At Games systems. Over on FX, we are playing Biolabs, and it's going to be a distance challenge. We kind of learned a little bit about some of those different challenges on FX, and last week kind of was pretty cool. So we are going to get into the distance challenge this week on Biolab and have a blast on that one. Our weekly tournament roundup. Now, guys, if you have a challenge, a tournament, we would love to talk about it. MCAP, if you're going to do your challenges again, let me know so I can blast them. Raskler, if you're doing challenges, let me know so I can blast them. Anybody, if you're doing a challenge or a tournament, let me know. Over at the Arcade High Score Challenge Club, we got a lot of stuff going on. This month and February, we're doing Gorf, Joust, Outrun, and Cubert. Over on the pinball side, we're doing Firepower and Space Shuttle. You can submit all those scores over on our Facebook page. I'm not sure who in the heck. I guess maybe Dennis puts that onto our fancy iScored right here. If I can, let me see here. If I can scroll her back. Here we go. All the way in the very beginning, it shows you right here, January, February 2024 challenges. And shows you our Gorf, Joust, Outrun, and Cubert. So there's our scores for now. And then past that, it is our Firepower and Space Shuttle, our pinballs. And then there's our infinite high score, basically our legacy challenges that just live forever. But I'm not sure who puts the scores on there. But guys, if you're watching, we can set that up where we can do that ourselves. So let me know if you want me to help you with that. We can do that. And I can make a nice graphic for that header too. We get all this cleaned up. But anyway, all right. Let's move over here. Let's see what time it is. All right, we got time still. Our weekly tournament roundup. All right, we did that. Our pals over at Retro Games Fun. This week we are voting on Enduro, RC Pro Am 2, or Super Off-Road on the SNES. Ooh. I didn't see that one. I just saw RC Pro Am and I voted instantly on RC Pro Am 2. Because I loved RC Pro Am on the NES. I played that all the time. So I got my vote in on RC Pro Am. Who knows what it's going to do? I haven't looked lately. But get your vote in. And then on the weekend, we battle it out on which game gets the most votes. All right. Let's fire off our Antstream challenge battle. I know I got a bunch of challenges over here, so let's get going with that here. Let's get my controller hooked up. Let's see here. All right, and it's working. Instantly working. That's weird. All right, what challenges do we have? I know I got a bunch of them here. Holy hell. These boys. All right. We got some challenges here, guys. Hide and seek. I can't play Pac-Man worth the crap on this controller, but let's do it. Survive as long as possible on the level without eating any of the dots. Well, since there's a dot every... How does that even work? Let's see what happens here. This is going to be tough. Especially in full speed. Well, Corrupt won that one. Unbelievable. All right. I should have done better on that. Why collect diamonds when the dirt is more valuable? Score as many points by digging the dirt. Other ways to score points have been disabled. Okay, so dig dug. Or no miner or something? It's doing horrible tonight on this. Man, Corrupt? This boy? All right. Let's see here. Kung Food. You're on your last life, but still the vegetables keep coming. How much can you score? Wonder what game this is. It doesn't say what game it is anywhere, does it? What is this? What is it, like off of Game Gear or something? I think it's like a Game Boy Color game or something. Am I supposed to be like the Jolly Green Giant or something? What's going on here with the tomatoes and stuff? What's that? Pretty tough guy. He took a heck of a beating. All right. Well, so much for that one. Kung Fu. That's the name of the game. Huh. Never heard of it. Clay Fighter. Oh, all right. I haven't played this in a long time. Clay Fighter. How many points can you score before kissing the canvas? All right. Let's see what we got here. I haven't played Clay Fighter in forever.
Gentlemen, here are the combatants for the next forever.
Hilarious.
Bunker versus Helga.
I can say the graphics are still really good. Still looks really good. The lighting is very well done. Oh! Got me. Oh, I got him though finally. All right. Krep's never been very good with fighters, so I did get him on that one. All right, what's he got here? Get hit by as many of the enemy bullets as you can without firing in 3 minutes. Don't hit an enemy craft. So I can't fire. Get hit by as many of the enemy bullets as you can without firing in 3 minutes. Okay. Crazy. So don't fire it. Take as many rounds as you can. Probably don't get hit by the planes, though. Oh, he probably did exactly what I did. Hilarious. Wow, that is hilarious. All right, Jewel Warehouse. I have the power. Collect as many power crystals as you can to have the power. Collect as many power crystals. Okay. All right. Probably can't walk through that fire. Had to for a while, I guess. So, try to jump. Oh, it's a fire extinguisher, I think. Yup. Huh. How about that? What happened? What happened? No, I whipped the tar out of him. That's what happened. All right. All right. Ain't no thing. Ain't no thing. Let's see here. We won't do that one again. We'll do some Rolling Thunder here. Live and let die. Here's your mission, Agent Albatross. Take out those minions and score as many points as you can with one life. All right. See what I can do. Ah. Get in there. Oh! Well, that wasn't very good. All right. He sent me one more of those, so we're definitely running that one again. All right. See, there's jump. All right. Okay. Yeah, there. Oh no! No! I think I'm barely lost. No. Never mind, you have a heck of a lot better score that time. All right, we'll do one more challenge and we're going to move off to the daily challenge here. Let's see here. Handy Harvey. Did a ton of those. Super Astro. Let's do the Handy Harvey here. Can you save Leah while dodging the multiple objects raining down on you? Show you are the best repairman for the job. And get the high score in this one life challenge. Okay. Handy Harvey. Okay, this is like the Fix It Felix thing. Ah. Oh, I won though. All right, I'll take it. All right, I'm the grand champion. It looks like. Let's see here. What's he say? You gotta keep it. Why don't you have a set of restrictors on the dual games? Yeah, I'm amazed I did as good as I did with this controller. This is a great controller for a lot of stuff, but when it comes to those retro games, man, the ones that need the four-way, boy, they ain't the greatest. Let's see here. Let's try this. Try this Galaga. Complete the dreaded stage 13 from Seeps here. Seeps sent me one. We'll do this from Seeps, then we're going to do the daily challenge, and we're going to call it our night, guys. That was close. Pop. I gotta double up ASAP. I'm gonna get anywhere. Huh. Probably won't even get there. Wow, this is... Come on. Oh! Feeling out of luck now. Yeah, you get one chance. You get one chance of that. Oh, I won. No, hold on. Seeps won. Now, complete the dreaded stage 13 as quickly as you can. Being hit will slow you down. Oh, I see. Yeah, good job, Seeps. Good job, man. All right. We're asking, what up, dude? What controller? I'm just playing the 8-video. What's it called? 8-video SN30. Called the 8-video SN30. Like getting any better? You know, it really is. It really is, quite frankly. This game always gave me issues because of slow controller response time. It's really not bad. For being a browser-based platform, it's pretty damn good, actually. I will tell you that the best experience I have with playing Antstream, crazy enough, is through my Fire tablet running through my AtGames Gamer Mini. For whatever reason, that system is zero lag. It just plays freaking fast, and it's fun. It plays great. So I don't know what's up with that, but it plays really, really well like that. Through the computer, it plays pretty good. It plays really, really well through the VCS, through the new Atari VCS. That's probably the second best way. But through the Fire tablet, man, through the Fire tablet and the AtGames Gamer Mini, that's the best. Yeah, that works good. The old Xbox controller works really well. All right, let's move over to our Thirsty Thursday daily challenge, guys. Let's see what's going on for our daily challenge. Looks like Grand Slam. Let's see what the heck this is. Score a point as quickly as possible against 3 professional paddle players. Okay. Score a single point. Sounds easy enough, but probably not. Am I top? Am I? Look at this rascal. This is even tougher than squash. Oh! I love that it will bounce off your face and count as a rebound. This game is hilarious. Come on. It won't give me a single score. Yes, I finally got one. I'm just swinging for the fences. Come on. Jeez, this is tough as nails. What did I get myself into here? Look at this. Ah. Look at this. I don't know. Yeah. So apparently the 3 players are progressively more difficult. And I can't knock this guy down. Which is the only way I was able to beat the last 2 guys. So I don't know what to do here. Oh, there we go, finally. Wow, that was crazy. We are not retrying that. Didn't even give me a point. I didn't get a point for that. That was a lot of work. Hilarious. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, is he gonna go head to head? Not live. If you were in person, yes. We can't do it live online. Unfortunately, not yet. They were, Antstream was teasing online gameplay last year, and then it just never happened. So maybe soon. Maybe soon. All right, guys. Well, there we go. There's another episode for you. Hope you had fun. I know I did. Danny is a super cool guy, and as you guys know, we all love iScored, and we love to support him and everything that he does. He's all he does is help the community to have fun and do what we like to do. So go out and help him out by getting your own subscription to iScored. I know I've got one. I know I think I have 2 or 3 of them, actually. Now I think about it. Oh, I almost forgot. Retro World Series, our pals. I have an awesome battle. You need to see this. I believe this is an NES version of Miss Pac-Man. They had a 2-player battle mode to this thing. Check this out. Next battle for Retro World Series, guys, February 9th through the 11th in Birmingham. Go check that out if you get a chance. Thanks, Mitchell, but we're not over just yet. We got just a little bit left here. We're going to check out this awesome battle on Miss Pac-Man. Here we go. We're going to watch it right now. So there you go, guys. Rachel, I don't know exactly what in the heck that is. It looks to me to be the NES version of Miss Pac-Man, but I've never played it, so I don't know if there is a two-player competitive version. I don't know, but it's super, super cool though, isn't it? How cool is that to see new, different stuff like that? I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. I love the Retro World Series, guys. Go check those guys out. They're always doing something new. And like I said, the next thing is in Birmingham, February 9th through the 11th. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Thank you so much, guys. Good to see everyone. Thanks, Rachel. Thanks, Mitchell. Thanks, Sacro. Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Raskler. Good to see you, man. Good to see you hanging out with us tonight. And everybody else who hung out. If I didn't, Gamer Fridge, if I didn't shout you out, I appreciate you hanging out with us. And I'll see you next week I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm thinking about doing a Neo Turf Master episode, actually, so we might be playing some golf next week. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about saving it for the Masters because that's coming up in a couple of months, so we might do a big Masters tournament week or maybe month. I don't know yet, but I'm thinking about it. But either way, we'll see you next week, guys. You have a good one.